Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We are going to continue from where we left off on, well, it was Calmsden when we left, but now it's Oakbridge Farm. We don't have much longer left hopefully on this canola field, so we're going to continue to let the worker do that for us in the background. And we are going to, not the Massey, the John Deere, and hopefully we're going to get this field cleared. There's a few things that I would like to try get done in this episode. One is I want the end of the canola field to finish that off, and then I would like to sort this pit, get all the grass cleared, and then I'm thinking about, if we look on the map, we own field 26, so I think I may plant a load of trees in there, because I didn't know. If we go productions, we own the biogas and we own the sawmill. So my plan is, if I put trees into here, that then can supply the sawmill that we have, and also with all this grass that we're getting out of here that's going into silage, we can then hopefully get some animals. I'm planning on going down the water buffalo line. And then the leftover silage that we should have, that can then all go to the BGA and make us some money, and then also get us some digestate, hopefully, for the fields. I would also like to, if I can, buy a new field. So what I am thinking is... Well, I was thinking field 13 seems like a nice field to go for, because price-wise, it's only 60 grand, so save a bit of money there. Or field number 2. But the only problem with field 13 is it's not fertilised, for one. Growth, I'm hoping it can be done. What's field 14? Oh, I could maybe go field 14 instead. I would like field number 2 being close to the farm, but obviously it's already been harvested, so I'm not going to be able to get anything off that way. So here, field 14. Oh, is that grass? Is that grass though? Let's have a look. No. You'll have to forgive me because I am colourblind, so trying to match the colours. Oats. I think, you know what? Let's buy that now. Whilst we remember. Let's go for that, and then we can harvest. We may get started on that, and we can also start baling today as well, hopefully. But with that in mind, we will now... I'll continue and I'll try and get this or a lot of this grass work done. So I'll see you shortly. thinking we will leave this once we've got a full load here. We will come away and we'll look at renting the tree. Well, we'll come away now. We'll look at renting the tree planter, and we'll head over to field. What was it? What number was it? 26. We'll head over to field 26 and try get that planted. And I think if we're going down the digestate route, that slurry tanker I don't think will take us an absolute age. Like, we'll never get anything done if we're trying to use that. So I think I'm going to take that to the store, and then I can sell that. Hopefully get a little bit of money back, which hopefully it'll pay for the planter and the trees. That will be an ideal world, but we'll go do that in the Massey Ferguson, I think we'll say. So we tab through here, we'll pick that up, we'll take that to the store. I also must, I think I must apologise. I know on my first video, I know I'd got the sound wrong. I know the game volume was far too loud, and you could barely hear at times the narration, so I do apologise. I'm hoping though, this time, that it should hopefully be a lot better, but like I say, I'll only know when it comes to editing. Right, so we're back at the store. I'll have to take these back at some point, but I won't be able to just yet. Where is? So let's go. Repaint. Yes. What are we gonna get? Oh, we're gonna get 30 grand back for that. That's what it pays for half of that other field. If I do want to buy that, we'll sell that, and then we'll go on to here. Where is tree planters? We'll lease that. Okay, back combinations, tree saplings. So I think from what I've seen, we want lodgepole pine. I think we do 2 of them, and then just so it's not all uniform, we'll go 2 of Scotch pine. Right, let's get back in here. We'll load this up, and then like I say, we'll take this to field 26 and we'll get that planted up and ready to go. It really is such a beautiful map. I know my favourites to play are the English maps, the Great Britain UK maps, which obviously, me coming from the UK, just feels like being at home doing them. I did think, when I was thinking about this episode, I came up with what I thought was a brilliant idea of where, because this Massey, I think it's only 130 horsepower. I did think, what about if I sold this and looked to buy the Merlot? The Merlot's of 170, I think. But when I looked on, if I click on this and click sell, it's only worth 3 grand. So it was just one of those things where it wouldn't be viable or make sense to do so. So I came off that idea rather sharpish. But then on the flip side, there was another idea that I thought about, was having 22 or nearly 22 acres of canola. I thought, well, if I took a loan out and bought myself a oil mill, I could put half of it into the oil mill, half the canola into, obviously, get canola oil, and then I thought the other half I could then sell at the grain mill. But so far, looking through ModHub and everything, there's a base game oil mill, but it's a very American sort of style, so it wouldn't fit in with this map. And plus, I think it's 550,000, which is just extortionate. So I've gone off that idea as well. But Right, we'll get this quickly planted and then we'll see you shortly. So, shame about the gaps on either side there, but I think that's not a bad job. And I think I got, well, it's 2 pallet shot to begin with, but I think the extra 2, I think we're just right. Obviously I don't want to fill, well, those big gaps there, they don't look the best, but anyways, it is what it is. Right, we'll go to finance page, vehicles. That we will return the planter because we don't need that anymore. We'll take this back to the cow farm, we can leave that there, and then we'll go check on how the combine is doing. Right, we will leave this here I think, and that may be us done with that for today. Let's go John Deere case combine. Well, that was lucky. 99%. Has it done the whole? Yes, done the whole field. These AI workers in 25 are brilliant, and I think even more so. I'm playing on PC, but I think even more so for console players. I know I've got a PlayStation 5. As well, where when I played it on there, it was always, when you're trying to steer with a joystick, it's harder than on the PC where I've got my Logitech steering wheel. Right, let's unload into here, get this all empty, and then we can have a look at going to field 14, which that's ready to be cut, and it's fully fertilised, so that's even better. And with it being oats, we'll get some straw off it as well, which will be lovely. So let's fold that up to the header trailer. I don't think I've got that right. Let's see where it snaps to. Not too far off then. Onto the header trailer, we'll just attach this, and then what we need to do is we need to have a look. I've actually looked how to get there. So it's cow farm, down this track, I think there's a gate there, and then we drop down. Right, well we'll spin round and we'll take it down there just so that it is all ready for us to go. So without knowing how many cows or water buffalo, which it will be water buffalo I think I go for, that shed can hold. I think this will definitely stay as a grass field, so that can keep supplying that all the time. So we should have absolute amples of food. And then what I'm also thinking is with the dynamic pastures, I may put this into a big sheep enclosure, sheep or goats. That's again something I'm undecided, but by all means leave me a comment below, and I'll listen to what anyone has to say, because it'll be interesting to see what you all think. So here is our new field 14. That water's amazing, that's a bit more of a manageable size field for us instead of one of our starting ones. Oh, there's a load of lodgepole pines there. Do we own that? I know we own a lot of the borders. No, so where they are, we don't own any of them. So by the looks of it, own lodgepole. The trees that are easy to cut down are stuff that you have to buy by the looks of it. We will leave this here. We can turn that off for now, and we'll go get the case, which I've left that running, and we'll go and empty this, and then that can go down there. Yeah, then that can go down there for the time being. What I'm also going to do is, since there has been a big change with Oxygen David, where you can now delete buildings and you can delete hedges. So there's two changes. Whilst that's tipping, I'll show you. There's two changes I want to do. The first change is I'm going to split this field in half, so it's two smaller fields. And then the next one is, when you're in here, obviously you've got to come round here. You can go through there if you'd like, but that's quite tight with bigger machinery. You've got to come around here. So what I am going to do, whilst we're here, demolition mode, I want to try and enter demolition mode. Why isn't that working? Enter demolition mode B. Right, there we go. I'm going to take that portion out. I'm going to take that portion out. And then I think, is it fences? And then if we go switch to, what's that now put us on? No. Oh, there we go. No, don't want that. This is what I would like. So we're gonna do not about here. And I may just set it back slightly off the road. So if we put that there, and then if we go back onto, it's N and M we're using, then we can go hedge. That's not long enough, so we go from there. We can then, I should have set it further back, shouldn't I? Oops. Right, I think I'm going to time lapse this, make it a bit. Oh no. I think I'm going to time lapse this. Hold on. Right, I think that is loads better, and I'm hoping it's a bit, it is in keeping into what I am trying to do. If I just add a few bits in here to try and make it look a bit more realistic. And I think that's not too bad of a job now. Yeah. Brilliant, we'll leave that at that, and now with this we'll go take it down to the combine and it can wait down there for the time being. If we just pull up on the left here, we can just put that out the way, and let's turn the engine off. We'll go to the combine, we'll drop the header off there, turn that on would help, unfold, spin round, and I think what we'll do is we'll get this cut or get it started, and then we can finish off one of the last jobs we can do is we can finish off on the grass, get that silage clamp finished, so then that's going and ready for us. Comma, so I get my straw swath, Right, we'll get on, we'll get this cut, and I'll see you shortly. One final little bit, and then we are in 3, 2, 1, done. That was a nice little quick job. Just as I was doing that, I was thinking these fields here, this and the sorghum field next door, these could be perfect little fields if you're wanting to do root crops, so like your potatoes or your sugar beet, especially your sugar beet because they have bigger headers on them. And if that's sorghum, when can you harvest sorghum? So that should hopefully be ready in October, November, so there is a possibility that I could buy that field as well, harvest that, and then I could have potatoes and sorghum down here, which I'm unsure if he still has the pig fields, which they would be a bad buy, and then I can start building up the my own food for them and start selling them, because I do enjoy, well, the pigs, they are hard work, but they are enjoyable to do. So we'll drop that off there, we'll fold this up and we'll leave it here for now, just in case I do, because I'm also contemplating after this harvest of selling this combine and header, because there's a fair amount of money there and it's a rather small header, and I'd much rather rent for the time being to get a bigger combine and a bigger header to try and get through these fields a bit quicker. But it's also why I'm looking at splitting some of these fields in half, because then one, I can do more, but we're not just doing the same thing over and over again. Well, hopefully not the same thing over and over again in the same fields. So, but it's an idea, we'll see. I'm just going to take this now to the grain store, tip that there, and then we can possibly look at finishing this grass depending on time, get that into the clamp, and then that could very well be time to call it a day for this episode. Oops. It doesn't make much sense, but I think considering we're here, we'll get out and we'll use a new gate. See what this new track's like, which I'm quite happy with that. I think it fits in with how these other tracks have been done, although it's completely out of our way, so we're going through there to go through here. But anyways, one thing I do want to see, whilst this is tipping, we've got the workshop here. I want to see if this case, if we can upgrade the engine in it, because if we could, that would be brilliant, just to get a bit more power, because at the minute the John Deere is the only one that can really do the majority of the jobs. But where's the trigger? That's back here. Right, we'll have a look. See there, customise engines, we're 224. Oh, brilliant. Well, I think we're going to pay that 31. Customise. Brilliant. Whilst we're here, we might as well repair it. So now we have a much more powerful tractor. So this now could run the mowers, so now we're not so reliant on the John Deere to do every big job that we need. I'm also going to, do I put this on the cultivator now? yeah, I'm going to put this on the cultivator now, so that's ready for the next episode, because I'm unsure on what drill. I think I'm going to leave one field to plant and then drill one of the others, but at the minute I am unsure. Right, where's the John Deere? Here we go. If we fire that up for the last job of the day, we'll go get into this grass, we'll finally get it cleared, we'll get it clamped down, and then that we can leave that to ferment. Oops. Well, that was almost done without any hiccups and or problems, but now it is complete. So we'll go back, jump out. What have we got in here? 324,000 litres. That's not so bad. Do you really want a blanket? Yes, please. So there should be, I know silage isn't worth as much now as what it used to be, but there should be a fair amount of money, and once this is ready we will then look to get some cues. Well, I think that is no better time to finish then. On the next episode we'll probably look at liming, well, field prep, may look at buying a new field and go from there. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you could like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.